Kindly sit down. Salamat po. Senate President Vicente Soto, nandito po kayo. I would like to apologize for the Rocos. Hindi naman kasalanan naman yun. They're very strict. Well, that is trabaho nila yan. So, if there are lapses, I apologize to you publicly. House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco. Yes, sir. Executive Secretary Salvador Medaldia, Senator Bongo, Education Secretary Leonor Briones, National Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, Cabinet Secretary and Acting Presidential Spokesperson Carlo Alexi Nograles, Trade and Ministry Secretary Ramon Lopez, Social Welfare and Development Secretary Rolando Bautista, Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo Año, National Security Council Secretary Herbujeres Esperon, Presidential Advisor for Peace, Reconciliation and Unity Carlito Galvez, TESDA Director Isidro La Peña, Presidential Advisor on Legislative Affairs Secretary Lucifer Pida Pascual, Agrarian Reform Secretary Bernie Cruz, Information and Communication Technology Secretary Acting Secretary Emmanuel Caintic, Budget and Management Officer in Charge Tina Rose Mary Kanda, Senator Juan Edgardo Angara, Senator Cynthia Villar, Senator Joel Villanueva, Senator Jaime Marcos, Senator Francis Tolentino, House Majority Leader Fernando Martin Romualdez, Deputy Secretary Eric Martinez, Deputy Secretary Bernadette Herrera D, Deputy Secretary Divina Grace U, Deputy Secretary Rodante Amarcaleto, Deputy Speaker ACT-CIS Party List Representative Eric Yap, Batangas 5th District Representative Mario Vittorio Marino, Baguio City Lone District Representative Mark Go, Bataan 2nd District Representative Jose Enrique Garcia III, Kabayan Party List Representative Ron Salo, fellow workers in government, other distinguished guests, and of course, my wife, kinausap lang niya si Senator Marcoleta kasi believe siya sa tao. Department Secretary Agrarian Reform William Dar. Hindi ito siya. Sino nagsulat ito? Protocol, kindly. Isa uli mo ito. Sino nagsulat nito? Tapong yan sa Pasig. It's Agrarian Reform. It's Secretary of Agriculture William Dar. Kasama ko kahapon nan sa nauwi ka kaagad. Saan tayo nakita, sir? Sa Bais. Okay. I was just a few words after this speech. Express my appreciation to the members of Congress for ensuring the timely ratification of the more than 5 trillion peso national budget. Maubos kaya natin to. I also recognize the efforts of our government agencies, our partners from civil society and other civil servants who took part in the crafting of this important legislation. Indeed, the passage of General Appropriation Act of 2022 reflects the healthy collaboration among all branches of government, which is crucial to the attainment of our national development goals, especially during these trying times. The 2022 budget reaffirms the government's strong commitment to provide a more comfortable and productive life for its Filipino. This will also cement this administration's legacy of real change for future generations, guided by the three main pillars of building resiliency amidst the pandemic, sustaining the momentum towards recovery, and continuing the legacy of infrastructure development. The establishment of the Department of Migrant Workers happens on the celebration of Rizal Day, when we honor not only the exceptional love of country of Dr. Jose Rizal, but also the patriotism, excellence, courage of our modern-day heroes, including our overseas Filipino. As we mark the signing of the 2022 national budget and other specific laws that will benefit all Filipinos, let us all emulate Rizal's heroism and courage by serving our country with dedication, integrity, accountability, by doing what is right and just for our people. There is no better way to serve the Filipino people but by giving them the honest, efficient, and responsive government that they deserve. Bago ako magsalamat po, kunti at this time, it's just a little bit worrisome. But takot ako nitong Omicron because pumuputok na sa lahat ng bayan sa buong mundo. At nakikita ko na in those places, if you listen to the other international TV network, nakikita ko na malaki, in one day, 200. Hindi naman ito, I think, a fatal mutant. But, ang takot ko yung resources naman ng government. May bagong budget tayo. Pero that would not really help in our desire to rebuild, because wag lang sana if we are hit with the easy transmission of the character of this mutant, we will have again the same problem. Kasi though it is not, they say, a lethal mutant or micro, well, I am just giving you what is bothering me. It might translate into for government to pour again the resources of the new resurgence of itong COVID-19 with another form. So yan lang pag-ano ko sa inyo. I'm leaving the office in a few months. Ang tatakot lang ako yung response na naman natin and how it would intrude into the budget na although we expect nandito pa yung pandemic tumatakbo, Pero kung ang hawaan talagang mabilis, then we will have the same problem again. It's not a matter of predicting how many will die, but rather preparing for how many people that will be affected by this mutant. Kung nakakahawa uli, baski bakunado ka na, I really do not know how to. I just hope that we will cope up, if ever. But we can hardly, mawala ng elbow itong budget na ito to respond to the new challenge of a new variant of the COVID-19. So it is what worrying me. Yun lang. Otherwise, okay naman. Kung may dadating yan, it stares eyeball to eyeball sa atin. I hope Congress, the lower and upper house would, kayo kasi ang ano rin yan, eventually Congress would be the one who would handle this thing. You have to pass the laws that will be needed, I said, to cope up with this new problem looming in the horizon. Yan lang po. At maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.